Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the online class of English. I hope you all are fit and fine at your homes. Children, for learning a language, it is very important that you should have good writing skills. And the topic that we are going to do today is definitely going to improve your writing as well as your thinking skills. Today we are going to do informal letters. Before doing that, I would like to tell you that after watching this video, you will be able to tell what a letter is, what are the different types of letters, and what is the correct format of writing an informal letter, and also you will be able to write an informal letter as I will be discussing with you examples of how to write an informal letter. So let's move on to our first part, that what is a letter. A letter is basically a written or printed message to a person or organization to convey a message. So basically we write a letter to convey our message to someone, or you can say even to an organization. Besides a means of communication and a store of information, it is a wonderful way of improving our writing and thought process. So if you master this skill, then it will definitely improve your thought process and your writing skills. Children, basically letter writing is an art, and you can master this art only with practice. But yes, there are certain tips that will definitely help you in improving this skill. Now, let us see what are the different types of letters. Letters are of two types, that is formal letters and informal letters. Letter to principal, editor, officers, business organizations and government offices, etc. fall in the category of formal letters. Formal letters are written for the following purposes. We write formal letter when we want to make an inquiry, or we want to place an order, or we want to send a complaint letter, or even we send a reply to a complaint. If we send a reply to a complaint, that is also a formal letter only. And even the promotion letter, or if we write a letter to the editor to show our concern over some social issue, then that type of letter also falls in the category of formal letters. Now coming to informal letters. Letters to family members, friends and relatives, etc. fall in the category of informal letters. Children, even if you are writing a letter to someone with whom you are well acquainted with means that आप उस इंसान को अच्छे से जानते हो, even that letter will also fall in the category of informal letter. And such letters are written in a simple, easy to understand and natural style, just as one talks to a friend or a relative. So children, this is something very, very important for you to know, that when you write an informal letter, write in a simple, easy to understand way, and you should write as if you are talking to your friend. You have to keep this point in your mind, that whenever you write an informal letter, you just assume as if you are talking to that person. Now, why do we write informal letters? We write informal letters to express our feelings. अपनी दिल की फीलिंग्स शेयर करने के लिए, मतलब अगर सपोज टुडे आई एम नॉट इन अ गुड मूड, देन इवन टू शेयर माई फीलिंग्स आई कैन राइट अ लेटर टू माई फ्रेंड, or to share our joys and sorrows. We even write informal letter to mark important occasions like to announce a birth, an engagement, etc. यानी हम इवन किसी को बर्थडे विश करने के लिए या कुछ कोई भी गुड न्यूज़ शेयर करने के लिए भी हम लेटर लिख सकते हैं. इवन वी राइट लेटर फॉर congratulating others, right? Even for suggestions, or we want to give an advice to someone, then also we write informal letter. Sometimes we do write informal letter and make a complaint, but remember in that case that your way of writing the letter should be a very polite, when even if you are complaining. And we also write informal letter if we want to make some proposal, or we want to send invitation, or even replies to the invitation and reminders for the occasion. Now, what are the different parts of an informal letter? The first one is heading, and it includes the sender address and is written at the top left hand corner of the page. Children, remember that address is always written in 2 lines. If the address is given in the heading of the letter, then you will copy that same address. But in case if the address is not given to you, then in that case you will write examination hall dash 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 city. After the sender's address comes the date, and it appears directly below the address after leaving a line. Always write out the full date. और डेट लिखने से पहले वी शुड ऑलवेज लीव अ लाइन आफ्टर राइटिंग द सेंडर्स एड्रेस. और जब भी आप डेट लिखोगे यू विल बी राइटिंग द फुल डेट, लाइक 8th August 2020 or 8 August 2020. Children, this is the British style of writing the date. You can even follow the American style of writing date, that is August 8, 2020. Please avoid writing the date as 8/8 2020. After date comes the salutation. Now, what is salutation? Children, the way we address the person whom we are going to write is the salutation, and it is written just below the date after leaving one line. Now, here is a useful checklist of writing the salutation. For friends, you can write "My dear" plus the first name of your friend, like Rahul. And you can even use the word dearest also, right? Like dearest father if you are writing to your family members, dearest father, dearest mother, or my dear father, in this way. And even for the relatives, you can write dearest Uncle James, dearest Aunt Polly. Children, but in India we don't take the name of our uncles and aunts, so you can even just write dear uncle or dearest uncle. After that, after salutation comes the main part of the letter, that is the body, and you can even call the body as the content, and it forms the very soul of the letter and is usually written in 3 paragraphs, but maybe longer or shorter. Now, what these 3 paragraphs should have in them: the first paragraph, in the first paragraph you should write the purpose of writing the letter, or you can even ask about the well-being of the person whom you are writing the letter. And then after that you can state your purpose of writing. Then in the second stanza you will be focusing on the subject that is given to you. You will be explaining that in detail. And in the third paragraph you will be expressing your hope that the other person will follow your advice if you are giving an advice, or if you are congratulating, then you will wish him good luck for future prospects, right? And if you are, like telling someone to change his routine or do hard work, something like this, then you will give him suggestions. If you are telling someone, writing someone for quick recovery, then again you will be telling that you should take care of your health and all that in the ending. And then you will, express hope for a quick recovery, and you will wish that other person good luck, right? So basically you can say that it will vary from letter to letter. Now, after the body, it comes the complementary clause. It is a very polite way of ending the letter, and the expressions used here must match with the salutation. Means जो आपने salutation में लिखा है, if you are writing to your friend, so your closing subscription or the complimentary clause should be according to that only. Now, for friends, you can write your affectionately or yours ever or yours. Or for family members, you can write yours affectionately, your affectionate son, your affectionate daughter, or your loving son, your loving daughter. And for your relatives, you can write yours sincerely, yours affectionately, your affectionate son, your affectionate uncle or aunt, like this. But remember one thing very, very important, that the word yours never takes an apostrophe. Okay, so you will never use apostrophe when you are writing yours lovingly or yours affectionately. And finally comes the last, that is the signature, and it is written just below the complimentary clause and includes the sender's first name. I repeat, it includes the sender's first name only, right? So you will not write the surname, only the first name will be written. Now let's see the layout or the format of writing an informal letter. So see this. First of all, it's the sender's address. It is in 2 lines. After that, leave 1 line, then date, again leave 1 line, then salutation, and after that comes the body or the content. After that, it's the complimentary clause, and finally the name. Now we will be doing example letters for your better understanding. The first example is, you are on a holiday visiting your uncle in another city. Write a letter to your mother or father requesting them to take you back home as you are feeling bored there. So first of all, we will write the sender's address, and since the address is not given in the heading, so we will write examination hall, and E of examination and hall, H will be capital. In the next line, you will write dash 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 city. After that, you will leave 1 line, and then you will write the date following the correct format. Example, August 10, 2020. Again, you will leave 1 line. So here we have to write a letter to either our mother or our father. So in this, I have taken mom as an example. Dear mom, or you can even write dearest mom. So first of all, as I told you earlier, that always whenever we write the letter, the first letter, the first paragraph includes, you can ask about the well-being of the person, and then you will state the purpose of writing your letter. So here we start. How are you? I hope you are shading under the branches of good health. तो हमने हाल चाल पूछ लिया. Now straight away we will come to our purpose of writing the letter. I am writing this letter to tell you that I am feeling bored here. Although aunt and uncle, they are taking good care of mine and are trying to make me feel at home. But as you know that they both are working, so they have many things to do. Rahul is busy playing video game and he doesn't let me touch. So in the first paragraph, we have written that why I am feeling bored and what is the reason that I am getting bored. So in the next paragraph we will just exaggerate the things. हमें अपनी बात को और बढ़ाना है कि why I am feeling bored और मैं क्या efforts कर रहा हूँ कि मेरा दिल लगे, but even then मेरा दिल नहीं लग रहा है. So in the third paragraph then we will request our parents to come and take us back home. I am trying to make friends in the neighborhood, but it is hard time for me. I've even watched enough of television too, and now I feel as if I am killing my precious time. तो अब हमने बोल दिया कि फ्रेंड्स भी बनाने की कोशिश करी हैं, बट इट इज़ ऑफ नो यूज़. और टेलीविज़न भी कितना देख लूँ, हर समय टीवी देखता रहता हूँ और अब तो मुझे ये फीलिंग आने लग गई है कि जैसे मैं अपना टाइम किल कर रहा हूँ. आई एम नॉट एबल टू मैनेज हियर एंड आई एम मिसिंग यू ऑल अ लॉट. इसलिए मैं यहाँ पर मैनेज नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ और आप सबको बहुत मिस कर रहा हूँ. आई नो. नाउ थर्ड पैराग्राफ. अब ममा को पैम्पर करना है कि मतलब ममा को मनाना है सो दैट शी मे कम एंड टेक यू. आई नो यू आर द ओनली पर्सन with whom I can share my feelings and you will understand too. I want to request you to please come and take me back home. I'm really missing the love, comfort and warmth of my home. Right? So in the first paragraph, we have asked about the well-being. Then we have stated a purpose of writing that I'm feeling bored. In the second paragraph, we have explained that why I'm feeling bored, right? And in the last stanza, we are requesting our parents to come and take us back home. Why? Because you are feeling you are missing the love, warmth and comfort of your home. Now children, in the end you will write a line finishing your letter. See children, ending of the letter and beginning of the letter is very very important, right? सो यू विल नॉट एंड योर लेटर एब्रप्टली. अचानक से ही नहीं कि लिखते लिखते और सीधा ही आप अपनी लेटर एंड कर दो योर्स लविंगली. नो, दैट इज़ अ रॉन्ग वे ऑफ एंडिंग योर लेटर. The ending of the letter leaves an impression on the person who is reading the letter. So it is very very important that you write the ending of the letter very carefully. So here, ending of the letter, you have already concluded. Now the last line, waiting eagerly to meet you. Now here in this letter, you have requested your mother to come and take you back. So now you are waiting for her. So you are ending this letter with this line, waiting eagerly to meet you. Then the closing subscription or the complimentary close, yours lovingly. Yours, Y will be capital, no apostrophe, and then lovingly L will be small. And in the name, after that is the signature or the name, no? So since the name is not given, then you will write A, B or C, right? You will not disclose your identity while writing the name. In case the name is not mentioned, then you will write A, B, C or X, Y, Z. Now coming to the next example. Recently, you spent a week with your grandmother who lives in another city or village. Write a letter of thanks to her. You are Amol or Anamika and you live at 385 Amarpura, Ludhiana. Now see here in the heading, the purpose of writing is given. Obviously the subject is given, only then you will be able to write the letter, and also the address and the name of the person who is writing the letter is also given, and to whom you have to write the letter, that is also given. So first of all, we will use the same address that is given in the heading, that is house number 385 Amarpura, and in the next line you will write Ludhiana. After the sentence address, it's the date. So you will leave one line and then write the date, August 10, 2020. After writing date, again you will leave one line and then you will write salutation, that is dear grandma, because you are writing a letter to your grandma, right? You can even write grandmom, grandma, you can even write dearest granny. These are the different ways of the salutation. So first paragraph, once again I am reminding you, in the first paragraph you can write about the well-being of the person, right? Then you will state the purpose of writing the letter. So here we are going to begin the letter in a different way. Hope this letter finds you in the best of health and spirits. I have reached back home safely, and now I am writing this letter to thank you for all the love, affection, and care that you and Grandpa showered on me. So, from the first paragraph only, it is clear that this letter is a thanks letter, and you are thanking your grandma or your grandpa for the love, affection, and care. Now, in the second paragraph, you will be explaining that how they took care of you, and how they kept you busy, and they did not let you feel bored, right? So that is why you enjoyed, how you enjoyed, you had fun with them, and whatever you did with them. The second paragraph will state all those things. You took care of all my needs and made me feel at home. There was not even a single minute when you let me feel bored. कि आपने मेरी सारी ज़रूरतों का ध्यान रखा और मुझे बिल्कुल घर जैसी फीलिंग दी, और एक मिनट भी ऐसा नहीं था कि जब मैं बोर हुआ हूँ. I used to get up early in the morning, and a walk with grandpa in the nearby park was really refreshing. सुबह जल्दी उठ जाता था, and grandpa के साथ जो walk है, that was really refreshing in the park. And after the walk, going to the temple with you every morning made me very calm. So after that, I used to go to the temple with you. Then the delicious food cooked by you is really missed by me. And you really cooked delicious food for me, and I really miss that food. I still remember with delight the bedtime stories that you told me. So I even remember with delight. With delight means with happiness. The bedtime stories that you told me, and the horse riding was really adventurous. Adventurous means thrilling, enjoyable, right? So in the second paragraph, we have written that your grandparents took care of you, of your needs, right? Then you went for a walk with your grandfather, then you went to temple, then you liked the food cooked by your grandmother, and also we have talked about this thing, your bedtime stories, and even the extracurricular activity that was different, something very different that you did over there was horse riding. Now in the third stanza, you will really appreciate again, and you will invite your grandma, because basic courtesy says ki you should also tell the other person to visit you. So let's start. It seems as if the time spent with you has flown away. तो अब आप बोल रहे हो कि जो मैंने आपके साथ टाइम स्पेंड किया, ऐसा लग रहा है कि जैसे वो उड़ गया. This was my best holiday ever. You have given me lots of gifts, and now, while unpacking them, I'm remembering you. You are the world's best grandma. I would like to enjoy your company once again, but this time at my place. With love and regards, your loving grandson or your loving granddaughter. If now name, for boys they will write Amol as it is given in the heading only, and girls they will write Anamika since it is given in the heading. Children, did you notice that in this letter we ended the letter with a different note, with love and regards, right? So you should also practice letter writing. Children, once again I'm telling you that this is an art, and you can master it only by practice. We have done 2 examples, unsolved one from your BBC. Kindly do more in the BBC as practice. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay at home, stay safe, stay healthy. God bless you.